Welcome back. Welcome back. Just want to give this quick little story. Shout out the ladies. Shout out the hard-working ladies with children, holding it down on their own. Probably, you don't want to have to do it, but you do it and you do it well. And it's not always easy. And I see you. I see you. Sound the horns. My daddy's in the building. So just like my father told me, there's gonna be good women, there's gonna be bad women. So you better sound the horns. You better learn to tell a difference, because they like to dress alike. And sometimes they sound alike. So he also taught me you will know someone by the fruits of their labor. What they do, and you can tell kind of a little bit about a person, by the things they do. And I just seen the most go-getter shit in the world from this woman, and it's like it impressed me. The second woman I met in this more sound the horns, because let me shout out to the older chicks, 60 years old, still going to work, shitting on these little bitches. Talking about, what you mean you tired? Yo, I just said, let me jump onto that story. I just had an older, let me not say old, because 60 ain't old. You only as old as you take care of your body. You're only as old as you feel. So, this crossing guard that's nice to me speaks English good enough where we can have small conversations. So, I'm growing on people. She sees me every day. Whenever she needs her corner cleaned a little extra, Daddy runs over there and spiffs it up, make sure she's not slipping and sliding on the pebbles that keep forming next to her thing. So, I know how that feels to damn near break your neck, because and then it's kind of my job responsibility, so I take that shit serious. And because I do that, me sparked the conversation. She said, I always see you. Do you ever take off? And I said, yeah, I get one day off. And she said, you good man. See you work hard every day. Even when there's nothing to do out here, you're out here sweeping the floor, and it looks good already. I said, because I'm just used to it now. Like, I have to work even if there's nothing. I have to do things, or I get bored and shit. And it's good for me, You gotta move around. All the older people that I've ever met in their retire years, the ones that worked hard and all that, got to retire. The ones that thought it was going to be, I'm going to retire and sit around like I was when I was a kid and just chill. Nah, that doesn't happen. Hey, I'm great. It's beautiful outside today. It's good seeing you again. And when they retire, they get like this restless leg syndrome. Meaning, it's not actually that, because that's actually a syndrome. But your body gets used to working. You get used to moving, and scientifically, it's been proven things that stay in motion live longer. The human being that stays in motion and moves around will live longer. If you sit in place, you're dying. You're not a tree. That's not what you're supposed to do, is stay in place. Well, maybe some of us, but you still got to still move around. And that's what she said to me. She said, yeah, man, I love my job. It's not the greatest job, but, I like it. It keeps me outside. I walk. It gets me, good for the heart. And I said, yes. That's why I be walking around sweeping up everything, because it's like exercise for me. It keeps me young. She said, yeah, that's what I do. She said, after this, I go home, I eat, and I chill, and then I go out for a walk. She said most people my age, I hear people my age complaining, oh, my back, my knees. And they don't realize it's only because you eat bad stuff and you don't drink water and you don't walk around. And I said, yeah, because I never had a car, and I was able to drive a couple times in my life. I was able to have bikes and different things. And every time I did, I was out of shape more. And every time I thought the Lord was punishing me for having to walk the entire town to get anything I wanted, I'm like, yeah, why are you punishing me? And I never understood the Lord was training me. That's why I'm 43 years old, and most niggas that are my age, I'll walk your ass right under the table. I'll work your ass right under the table. You know? I'll be pacing. You're thinking I'm going hard. You'll be like, yo, slow down. What do you mean? This is me being slow, dummy. And we just shared a beautiful moment of two regular workers, you know, having regular jobs, and how, good morning, how to actually like enjoy, get what it's worth out of it, you know. She's a crossing guard, so she takes advantage by talking to people. She takes advantage and doesn't get pouty about having to be outside in the rain, you know, and that was a blessing to hear in the morning, because, you know, I be talking a lot of shit sometime on older people, you lazy ass niggas, because I keep running into the lazy ones, and yo, don't work hard, you don't need to work hard, and I'm like, yeah, you're gonna find that out that you do when your ass retire, and you're sitting in your house drinking yourself to death, and you die 5 years after you retire. Did you know most people would be doing that? Like 5 to 10 years after they retire, they die, because they stop moving around, they stop having shit to do. You know? And that wonderful life of family and friends and vacation time, that doesn't happen for everybody. You better find how to live life. You need to understand, build a life. So, you know, that's why I be giving my messages. So shout out to the older heads, you know, putting in that work, spreading that knowledge to the younger youth, you know, because I told her the way I am right now is because of an older 50-year-old Spanish man that I met in Florida building fences. And when I was young, I was doing that, and he worked my ass under the table and had me breathing hard and talking about, OG, chill, hold on, I need a water. Hold on. And he told me, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not even going hard yet. This is not going hard. I'm not sweating. You are. And I said, wait up, you mean you're not even going hard? You can go more? And he said, yeah, you know. And he taught me the valuable lesson of take care of your body, you know. Put down them liquor, put down them cigarettes and the weed. Don't smoke so much. Don't not walk around. Don't not act like this job is not hard and brutal. Know what you're getting into and get ready for it, you know. And then it won't be so hard. You'll be able to just do it. So, shout out to OG from New York. I wish I remember your name, OG. I wish I got to see you again, because you're like a pillar of my work ability, you know. One of the many men, older men, that either gave me knowledge on how to present myself, or certain tricks to get through the pain of working, and shortcuts of how to not be having food and, you know, go to that grocery store and eat certain things and still have enough in you, you know? Learn to sacrifice for what you want. And then I met this other younger woman out here, and we always say hi and bye because I sweep in front of her house, and she likes the fact that she can walk her kids out now and not step on dog shit and all this other stuff, you know. I keep it clean. People love that. So they give the highs and buys. Haven't seen her in a while. And she's the most ambitious woman I seen today, because she literally, I see her walking, pacing back and forth, and I'm like, what the fuck? She's usually already dipping off to work. And so as I get to the corner, I see her walking towards me, and she goes, excuse me. So right there, I know she's panicking and she needs something. And I'm like, oh, shit. Damn, Lord, you know I ain't got nothing right now. Please don't ask for something I don't have. I like to help people, and I ain't got a goddamn thing to give you right now. So she's like, do you drive? I said, what do you mean? She's like, you know how to drive? I mean, you got a car? I go, oh, shit, she needs a ride. I'm like, nah, I don't have a car. I'm sorry. Would you need a ride? She goes, no, um, I need a jump. My car needs a jump. And these mechanics across the street, they're fucking open, but they're closed because they're not there. And every morning, they're there. Every day, I see them the same time. I say, yeah, I know. That's strange because the guy in the auto shop right there, he always has his shop open early in the morning. And I said, he's not even open yet. And she's like, yeah, the one time I need these motherfuckers. And I said, yo, it's always like that. So I tell her, I'm about to take my little break, so if I see them, I'll let them know. And she goes, yeah, I really got to get to work, and this is kind of embarrassing me just walking up. I know I don't know you like that, but I don't care right now. I need to get to work, and I'll ask anybody. I said, do not feel embarrassed. I said, there's people out here with good backs and on the street begging for fucking change. You have a job. And you are so determined that you will literally get out here and say, I know people out here, and you're going to help me. I'm a pretty young woman, and we know how you dudes do. I'm pulling a damsel in distress today, baby. We doing it. And she's like an independent woman. Like, I'm not sure if she has a man or not, but I think I talked to her and she doesn't, or I'm not sure. I speak to a lot of different women. But I never see her with anybody, so I think she's pretty much on her own. And I know she has a good job because of the way she dresses. She got to dress up a little bit for work or whatever. So I was like, oh, she's on her, nah, I got a real job that's paying. She probably can't be missing days and shit. So she was on that determination. And she was like, yeah, man, I don't even care. I'll put my pride to the side. I said, that's good. I said, then you shouldn't feel embarrassed. I was like, there's a lot of people out here, they won't do things like that. They'll do the independent woman and then a problem comes and then you don't ask for help from men, knowing damn well that's who's going to help you. This is why I try to teach my wolfettes. Don't hate men. Hate bad men. Hate the men that did shit to you. Be nice to other men. They didn't do anything to you. You get it? And when you need us, we'll help you because you were nice to us. The not looking at me, the fucking ugly ass faces when I say hi and good morning. Okay, you don't notice me, I ain't nothing. Yeah, you right, you don't need me. And then just like the Lord does, he put y'all asses in that predicament and y'all need men. And then, guess what? A lot of you are starting to realize it's not back in the day. You're not just going to treat dudes like shit. Most of your life, you're not gonna scream, I'm fucking independent and I don't need no man. And when you finally do, you need that favor, that one where you need money to get it done, but a man already has that expertise, so he could just do it. He could just give you a jump. You don't have to call auto shop and all. You get it? She could have been a nasty woman or a stubborn woman that never talked to these men. And she wouldn't even have thought to go over there probably because she'd be like, well, they're going to charge me. She knew she wasn't getting charged. And then I see her come back down the block with some other nigga that I never even seen before with a battery in his hand. And she's laughing. And I laugh back and say, yo, I said, you a go-getter, girl. I was like, that's what I like to see, man. Like, I love when people have that ambition like me. Like, yo, I'm getting to work. I don't care. I'm going. Because why it made me smile so much is because, like I said, a half an hour before I talked to her, a couple minutes before I talked to her, I'm talking to the older crossing guard, and she's asking me about, she's like, how do you get to work? Because she asked me, do I live here? And I said, yeah, I live downtown. And she knows I have to sign in uptown or whatever and come up here. And she's like, you take bus? I said, bus? Nah, I walk. She said, why? I said, because it's $2. That's how much my coffee is. I said, I'd rather drink a coffee than take a bus. She said, for real? I said, yeah. I was like, I could take a bus to work, but nah. I said I learned not to do that because one day I had to walk to work because I was broke, and someone that works right next to me, the dude that's on the next route next to me that I see every day, he lives downtown too, and I see him getting the bus every day. And when I sign in, I'm before him, but he's on the bus. So, why? Well, you get it? You get it? You get it? And I said, why the fuck do I need to waste money if I can make it there? Just as he's getting there like fucking 5 seconds before me, a minute before me, or I get there before him because he goes and probably goes and talks to people and shit. Because you get a couple of me, we leaving early. We both leave early as hell. You know what I mean? But I leave around the same time or earlier now, and I'm always here before him. There's no point. What's the point of not walking to work? It's only fucking like 20 something blocks. It's a mile. You know? I see other men driving to work every day, and I'm like, you dudes are fucking wondering why you look sloppy. You wondering why you're aging fast? Because you try to keep not moving. You don't let yourself. You have to move. You have to. You know, walking is one of the biggest exercises there is. You want to lose weight? You want to feel better? You want to get your blood pumping? You want to get some energy in yourself? Walk around during the daytime. You'll soak in vitamin D. You'll get your sound the horns. Your blood will start moving. And, you know, a lot of you ladies need to understand you have jobs where you don't get to move. That's the only reason why you be having that little bit of extra weight. That's the only reason you feel a little sad sometimes. And it's not because of the weight. No, it's because your blood and your body's not flowing. You don't have that natural burst of energy. And you need to give yourself that back. You know? So take it from the older woman that told me, yeah, keep doing your thing, because when you older, and if you don't take care of yourself, you're going to be out here talking about my knees, my back. And I say, yeah, that's exactly why I try to do what I do, because I don't want to be like other older men. I want to be like the old dudes that I see now. And like this older man I see, he's like 70 years old. I think he's 60. No, he's 69 years old. This fucking guy's jogging around this school every morning. This guy got his shorts on. It doesn't matter if it's raining or snowing. This guy's got his shorts on and he's jogging and he's jogging and he's running and he's running. And I'm like, yeah, I think that's going to be me when I'm older, you know? Retired and nothing to do, and say, you know what, I need to run. I need to go for a walk and maybe see people and stuff and say things, you know? Or like this other older woman I see every day. Before work, she gets up every day, I think like an hour before her job. She gets up, gets her little walking stuff on, and she walks around the school a bunch of times and then gets ready and goes to work. I said, yeah, that's what I used to do before. Yeah, I got to get back on my little workout and then walk to work and then boom, go to work and then go. There we go. We're good. We don't need to be hitting the gym and all that extra shit. No, I just need to be in shape and I need to stay toned. It's coming. Yeah, like 5 minutes. So, I'm going to leave you guys with that. Hopefully some young men or women that may be watching, because I have no idea who's watching anymore on this channel. All these videos will be going to GMB TV soon. We're about to fix that phone and get back up and running. I think my enemies think I quit, but no, I just took a rest. You know, I wanted to start a new thing, and you know, have massive amounts of videos ready for GMB TV, because, you know, I got like over this, what is it, like 200 videos on this channel, so I got like, you know, got a lot of stuff to put on GMB TV. Those are the things that I showed. I got at least 50 to 100 videos backed up about with all different stuff. So it's like I still got a lot of things to finish putting on GMB TV, because this is just continuations and learning how to do it better. The new process is starting, I see. So to the wolves that's been doing the work, you know, congratulations to the ones that maybe fell behind. Life is life, and there is no really falling off. There is no you lost. You only lost when you stop, not like when you quit and you won't do it ever again. You get it? That's what keeps me going. Not trying to be perfect and just being where I need to be. All love, all praise to the Most High.